I just saw from Vanguard News 5 hours ago. I was still in the market, so I couldn't react to it. I saw the news about the Osun State Governor's, um, the Osun State government account being frozen by the EFCC, and it's just 10 days to election. I don't know. I'm going to make this as short as I can, but it's hard to make a short video when you're talking about Nigeria and its happenings, It's hard to keep it short, but I'm going to try my best. You see, if you have been following up the politicking of Ocean State, I know why I use the word politicking, If you have been following it up, mostly in recent times, you will understand something different. It's now different from, you will understand the benefit, the how will I put it? You will understand the benefit of being a performing person in whatever position you find yourself. You have to perform. You have to make your performance visible. Yeah. Look at Abia State, for instance. If you are, if you have been following up the politics of Abia State also, you will understand that sometime towards the build-up of the primary parties, primary elections, you will understand some kind of propaganda was being built up, was gaining momentum in Abia State about how Alex Otti was repenting the roads that were being done by the previous administrations. They tried to push that, but even in their own, like, they were being caught. Like, there was even a pushback even within their own team. The propagandists, they started having a clashback within themselves. That is, when something is so pure, crystal clear, it is hard for anyone to stand it. The changes, the transformation that has taken place in Abia State is too visible, to be covered with lies and propagandas. Now, you see, all oppositions there, forget about the one I see as maybe a joker in Abia State under the ZDAA or whatever, the show party. I see that as a joke. No disrespect to the person, but what he's building up, what she's partaking on, that's a joke. Nobody's gonna Abia State election, Abia State governorship election is a walkover for Alex Otti because he has earned it. He earned it 100%. Now, compare that to his colleague in Osun State, which is Governor Adeleke. With all due respect to him, I am not into their game. I just see them, all the political class, they are all the same. I'll get to that in a short while. Look at, in his own case, these guys have money. They receive fat allocations. You can't tell me, you might come up with the argument that Abia State is a more industrial state compared to Osun State, so they generate more revenues. Yeah, that might be the case, but with the allocation, the state allocation that comes into every state is enough to develop, to put in visible developments in the state. Is well enough, far from enough. If the man, from the first day he stepped into that office, intended to do something different from what we used to know, with the political class, in Nigeria. See, the people would have resisted all the show of force from the federal government ever since. They would have given up. They would have taken off their hands. You see? Now, this is happening to a Western state, the same region where the current president comes from. Even that is his state of origination. That's Tinubu's state of origination. So you see, even this, that is enough to tell you that this regime is not it's not a tribe thing. No, I don't believe that Yoruba thing, being there is a Yoruba administration and stuff. No, it's not. This has nothing to do with it. I know a lot of good number of Yorubas, that don't like this man here. I mean, Tinubu, that doesn't like him. I know a good number of them. So this is a government of whoever that believes, whoever that agrees to whatever they comes up with, to whatever they come up with. Yeah, they are with you. It doesn't matter if you're from Sokoto, Imo State, Ogun State. As long as you agree with this government, you got no problem. Okay, so back to the main topic. Now, if only this man, Governor Adeleke, had known that there would be this kind of a show of force from the upper echelon, he would have done something different. So when you look at it, even though if I had the power to change the situation for him, I would even have, I have to think it twice. I have to think twice before doing it, because I've not seen anything to convince me well enough. Though I'm not from the state, I don't live there, but at least we see things in the media. Yeah, like you can't tell even a person who uses social media that stays all the way in Jalingo, Taraba State, that Alesot is not doing well. The person will counter that, with facts, because it's very visible, even for the blind to see. So you see, these guys are the problem. They are their own problems. So for me, yeah, it hurts me that a ruling party is trying to, suppress the smaller parties in this manner. But when you look at it critically, you will find out that this is just a clash within a certain circle that doesn't even give a damn about those below. So that shouldn't be a problem for me. Whatever that is their business. But the point I'm trying to make is, whatever opportunity one gets should be utilized. I've had some sad, silly experience myself in my own smaller way. But maybe if Governor Adeleke, could turn back the hands of time, he would do things differently. He will understand that, even though the Nigerian politics wasn't this toxic in recent times, even in a normal, it's always good for one to, do something that will attract the support of the masses, I keep referencing to even Enugu State, even though it's not as much visible as Abia, of that of Abia State. When you go there, you will see genuine supporters of that man that are supporting him based on what they believe he has done. Now, what would the people support this man for? From what I've seen, It's just like someone occupying the position of Osun State government, occupying the office of the governor in Osun State government house, doing the same thing all over and over. Okay, I've paid salaries, do other, small things. I call it small things because I don't see anything different. It's just like, yeah, let's elect someone. There's a governor here. Election was conducted and that was a winner. Someone is occupying that position. It's just what is it is all about. There is nothing different. When you talk about Abia State, Alesoti, you hear, even you can get beat up in Aba if you say ill of the man of Alesoti. That is how to be in opposition. Look at Wike, for instance. In as much as I don't agree with all his shenanigans and stuff, but look at him. Even he has practically separated himself from this administration because he's working. And whatever he's doing is very visible. That's how, men with vision behave, You have to utilize it. Prior to that, him being FCT minister, I never knew that there was even like that a minister could have such, that position could be that attractive. He has made it practically attractive. After him, whoever that is going to succeed him is going to wrestle. Is going to wrestle it out because he's practically the hottest appointment currently in Nigeria, being an FCT minister, because the man has made it, has utilized whatever he has around that, that position, that appointment. He has made it attractive. Even back to when he was governor, as a governor in opposition in PDP, with APC being the ruling party still during the time of Buhari, you could see he performed. He had a lot of pushback from the federal government. He had a lot of pressure from the federal government through Rotimi Amechi, the former governor of Rivers State, But due to the fact that he earned the trust of the people, he earned people's love, they couldn't do him anything. He was still bold, outspoken, doing his job, not being a bootlicker for the federal might and presidency. That is how to be an opposition governor, You have to be one step ahead. Keep clean, because unless you want to succumb. So that's just it. My thought. You can have your own opinion. It's a free word, but I've just said mine. Peace.